Hello. For my week one journal assignment, I will be answering the prompt questions that were provided. Number one, describe your clinical experience in mental health throughout the PMHP program. So far, I would say that my clinical experience has been very educational. I've learned a great deal of information. Although we do learn a lot from our books and a lot from our lectures as well as PowerPoints, I feel that a lot of the knowledge, just like with nursing, general nursing, comes with your experience. And being able to do and be part of the clinicals that I have done both virtually and in person have been a great experience. I've been able to note some of the things that I wasn't aware that I was uncomfortable with, as well as I'm learning a lot of educational points when it comes to medication, when it comes to diagnosis, even different types of therapy. So I found it to be very substantial, and I've enjoyed all of my clinical experiences so far. Reasons I chose to work with this population. I actually started doing psych when I finished my registered nurse program and became licensed, because when I did school, we had to come to a psych hospital that I currently work at for clinicals, and that was just one of the psych places we went to. But I fell in love with psych at that moment. Prior to that, the crazy thing about it is I was always scared of psych, and I was always felt that I wouldn't be comfortable in that field. But once I started working in that population during my clinicals, I fell in love. I started right out of school. I got a job at the same hospital, and I've been there ever since. I've worked with the adolescents, I work with the adults, and I'm currently with the adults, but I have done both populations. I've even done military and outpatient as well. So I've kind of been all around the building, and I love psych. It is a very special field to me because it takes a special type of person to work with psych patients. I didn't understand some of the trauma that people actually deal with prior to working there, and I really enjoy what I do. For my next question, are they solidified, or have they changed? No, they have not changed. Everything is the same as when I first began. I feel the same. I actually feel that I love psych a little bit more now than I did when I first started, because I've worked with kids so much, and the kids just make me feel so good about helping them, because a lot of them deal with trauma, and a lot of times when you notice the difference in how they come in battling their mental illnesses or their trauma situations, and then you can give them what they need to make them go home better, or even if they're just not going home, maybe to a foster care or wherever they are discharging to. Any concerns regarding the specific clinical course? I don't have any concerns at all. I feel as comfortable with these. I think I was a little bit more uncomfortable when I first started, first in the beginning with geriatric and the adolescent, but now that I've done both and have got comfortable working with both populations of patients, I feel even more comfortable about doing this clinical experience. Identify my personal and academic professional goals. My goal is just to get better and better at what I do, and to get more comfortable with my patients, get more comfortable with providing education, and get better at learning the educational tips that I'm learning from my clinical support team. And for the goals for this course, I would say it's about the same as the goals for my clinicals, just to get more education, become more comfortable, and to continue to have a good rapport with my patients. Strengths and weaknesses, I would say my strengths are I'm very compassionate, I'm very sympathetic as well as empathetic, and I know how to weigh it out and use sympathy versus empathy, or both depending on the situation. And weakness wise, I would just say my weakness would probably be dealing with sexual trauma for children, but I found ways to get around that. I have a good poker face, something I've learned from my clinical advisors, and I've been able to work with these children the same as others without showing them how emotionally it affects me, and how it hurts me a lot to see them go through these things and have to deal with these things, because there's not really much I can do but to try to help them, but I can't go in their past and change anything. And that's about it. Thank you.